Hello! Today I kind of felt like wearing a trilby and a polka dot dress. Why not? I'm having a little bit of a fringe dilemma at the moment because I really want to cut my fringe back in, but all my friends are like, let it grow out, let it grow out, and I'm just gonna like, meh. So, a lot of you have requested that I do a fall makeup favourites video, and this is kind of my makeup favourites at the moment, with a few like fall, autumn themed, like, you know, colours thrown in there. I've not picked a favourite lipstick because I've been going through a phase at the moment because I'm kind of like, what colour should I dye my hair next? And at the same time I'm like, I don't know, I've been going through like a bit of a lipstick crisis too. I'm very indecisive at the moment. I've not really got a favourite lipstick. Oh, and by the way, I'm filming from the floor at the moment because I'm trying to find the right angle and lighting to work with at night time at the moment because I ordered these lights, and if you've watched any of my other Vlogtober videos, you'll know they just popped on me. I'm still waiting to hear back from the person that sold me them, and it's been like a week or something now, so I'm just gonna have to like demand a refund if he doesn't get back to me soon. But I really liked those lights, even though they were only on for like 10 seconds before they went. I'm really hoping he just gets back to me tomorrow or the next day. But until then, I'm going to be stuck with autumn lighting, which means here in England it gets dark very quickly. Very quickly. There's also not a lot of daylight in my bedroom either because I'm at the front of the house now where there's more houses as opposed to being at the back where there's only like the beautiful sky and then like the next neighbourhood I'm chatting on. So, I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna start with foundation. Now at the moment I've been loving the MAC Studio Fix Fluid and the Illamasqua Rich Liquid Foundation, and I don't mean the Rich Liquid Foundation in my colour, I mean in white, and that might sound a little bit weird. And also, why are you mentioning two foundations, Jess? Like, why? It's supposed to be favourites, pick one. Well, at the moment I'm mixing these two bad boys together and it is a beautiful combination. It's got such a nice finish. I don't have to put a lot of powder on top at all, I just give it a quick set and it's beautiful, and if I didn't want to set it I wouldn't have to. I really like these foundations together. The Studio Fix Fluid is in NC15 and the Illamasqua Rich Liquid Foundation is in RF100. I find that the Studio Fix Fluid is a pain in the arse because it's a little bit too much orangey, like in tone, if that makes sense. I'm a little bit tired today. So it's kind of like if I mix in a little tiny bit of white, like I mean a droplet of white, like a droplet of white, of the Rich Liquid Foundation into the MAC Studio Fix Fluid, it's my perfect shade. Using this combination surprisingly lasts quite a long time. I don't know what it is, but maybe it's just the way that they work together. I probably shouldn't be doing this because they're two pretty expensive foundations to be honest, but it seems to work. At the moment when I'm tackling the really windy weather or the rain or like, you know, the cold, I kind of want something that's going to give me a bit more full coverage when I start to break out because it's like getting to winter, and I like the feel of it on my face. It's not too heavy, so if I'm inside and I'm too hot it's not like bleh, but then again if I'm outside in the rain and it gets wet I'm not going to have to worry about it caking up and getting all horrible. These two foundations seem to be doing the job for me at the moment. Thumbs up on those two. I tend to mix it up a little bit with my foundations, but this is what I'm loving at the moment and it's what I've been loving for like the past month. So yeah. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural. I love this. I get it in light. It's really nice because I like to wear it with MAC Pro Longwear, like, and a little bit of moisturiser, and I dust it all over my face and it kind of gives me like enough coverage but like a light coverage, and I really like that, and I think it's very versatile, and that's one of the reasons I really like this powder, and it's something that like I always have in my cupboard no matter what. Hey, MAC Skin Finish Natural, you rock, because you're a permanent staple. It's what I've been wearing on my face. A lot of people ask me what foundation I use and yada yada, and right now I'm using the combination between the MAC and Illamasqua foundations with a little bit of the MAC Skin Finish Natural on top, and then a little bit of the Illamasqua White Intrigue blush, like to highlight my face a little bit, even though you can't tell because of the lamps. So I probably should have started with what I prime my face with. Right now, I absolutely adore the Smashbox photofinish foundation primer. I love it so much. I actually love it more than the Illamasqua, like, you know, Hydroveil, and I was absolutely obsessed with that for a while, and I really dig this foundation primer. It is beautiful. I could wear this with literally a bit of concealer. I also really loving the Smashbox under eye primer and their lid primer, and I got them all in a set, which I mentioned in my birthday haul video, and I've just been using them a lot and I've still got lots left, which is really, really good because they're small tester sizes, but a little goes a long way with all three of the products. So I think that when I have a bit more money, I'd really like to invest in using these as like a maybe permanent primer set. Still a bit more into Too Faced Shadow Insurance on my eyes, so it's kind of like, yeah, it's nice to have a nice little change and use the Smashbox lid primer, but I think that I would probably make the under eye primer and the face primer a permanent staple, but then still revert back to using Too Faced on my eyes, you know, to prime them before I use eyeshadow. So I'm loving them. And I also use those in combination with the two foundations and it works majestically. Next thing I'm going to mention is mascara, and the mascara I am obsessed with this fall slash autumn slash why do we have to call the seasons different things in different countries? It makes my life so much more confusing. I'm really loving the Benefit They're Real mascara. I do like to use this mascara in combination with the e.l.f. 2-in-1 mascara, which I moaned about in my, I think it was my birthday haul video, and I didn't like it, and then my friend Jodie was like, just wait a few weeks, blah blah blah, it'll just become one of your favourite mascaras and you won't know how it happened because you disliked it at first. Something along those lines. She's right, I love using that mascara in conjunction with this mascara. Sorry about that guys, my camera cut out because the memory card was like, memory full, and I was like, oh, I can't wait till my new card comes. So this moisturiser is probably like the most important like part of my whole skincare routine around this time of year, so I thought I'd give that a mention because that never seems to change. That's like one of the only things that doesn't really change. I still use this in the summer, and you know, like spring and stuff, I'll just not use it as much. I'll use it like twice a week, once a week, as opposed to 3 to 4 times a week. So yeah, that's how I use that. It's got a very essential oil smell, if that makes sense. It can be quite greasy, so I wouldn't put a lot of it on, but I like to use this about 3 to 4 times a week before I go to bed. I don't really want to use it any more than that because then it kind of breaks me out because it's so rich. It's a very, very, very luxurious cream. I still have so much left, and I've had this for absolutely ages. Not long enough for it to go off, obviously, but I've had it for such a long time. It really is worth the money. It's like skin food. And I mean like as in food for the skin. It's really, really beautiful. It says here, every evening massage your knight in shining armour cream generously onto a clean face and neck using upward circular motions. We're not going to nag, but neglect your neck at your own peril. Lips always need moisturising in the winter. It's something that everybody bangs on about. They don't say it just, you know, for the sake of saying it. I think lip balm is very important, especially around this time of year. And how I take care of my lips in the fall slash autumn is by using the e.l.f. lip exfoliator, which is also a very recent thing. This wasn't something that I had last year. I got this year. I'll use that on my lips and I'll scrub off all of like the dead skin on my lips. Not like the full of dead skin or anything. I'll use the lip exfoliator on my lips, and then I'll use the Strange Brew Austin Coffee Butter lip balm in Latte. That was a mouthful. I absolutely love this lip balm. It smells like coffee. It doesn't smell like instant coffee. It smells like when you walk into a coffee shop and it's like a coffee shop in Texas. Yeah, I don't know if anyone else would love it as much as I love it because it has sentimental value. I got this lip balm from Texas last year, and it's like I'm starting to run out of it, which is really, really sad. I picked it up from Strange Brew Cafe, which is in Austin, and they had all of these lip balms, and I was like, oh my god, coffee butter, and I've not got a coffee lip balm, so I was like, yeah, and I love it. It's really, really moisturising. It's got some beautiful ingredients, like it's got sweet almond oil, beeswax, soybean oil, jojoba, can't say that, seed oil, aloe vera leaf extract, fine flavour, vitamin E, blah 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 blah. And if anybody wants to go and get one of these, the address is on the back of the lip balm. It's Strange Brew, 5326 Manchaca Road, Austin, Texas 78745, 512-828-7636. Open 24 hours. Awesome. And I got to meet like some of my awesome subscribers there as well when I had this little get together when I was there last year. And I'm still looking for the photos. I lost a bunch of my Texas photos, and that's another reason why I didn't make the Texas like photo album on my Facebook page like I said I would, or my like slideshow video for YouTube, because I can't find all of the pictures and it's really annoying. But moving on, so that's what I put on my lips, and they're my lip favourites for fall. Next we've got eyeshadows. I mentioned 2 palettes because these are the ones that I'm using the most. First palette I'll mention is the 4-colour Liquid Metal palette by Illamasqua. I love this for many reasons. However, I hated it at first because no matter how I applied it, I just couldn't get the right technique, so it didn't slide or crease. But now I've mastered that, I'm quite happy. And what I'll do is I'll use the Liquid Metal as a base, and then I'll set it with like a similar eyeshadow colour, so it's just kind of like pop and they're beautiful, and the colours are just, oh, I love it. But they're quite Christmassy, the colours, and quite fall, so it's kind of like, yeah, awesome. So that's one of my favourites for this month. Another favourite of mine is something I've been mentioning so much on Instagram, like literally posting pictures of this palette 24/7, all the time, because it's like my most used palette ever, especially in the past 4 months. I love the Too Faced The Return of Sexy palette for so many reasons. I first saw it in Sephora when I was in Texas, and I couldn't afford it, and I was really sad, and I was like, oh my god, because it was so expensive. And like really expensive for a palette. I think it was about £52 or $52, I can't remember. So I didn't end up picking up the palette, and I was just like boo-hoo, and I'd forgotten about it. And then like Dave got me it for my birthday. I think it was last year now or something like that, and I use it all of the time. I love it so much, but I've been using it especially like more this month and last month for like the gold and the silver and the highlighting colours, and I really like the purples. The purples are really pretty, especially with purple hair. My hair is like a purpley pink at the moment, even though it just shows up on camera like, you know, bright pink. It is a purpley pink, so it is moderately annoying. Also, the lipstick I'm wearing right now is actually purple, but it looks like a nudie kind of pinky colour on camera. I'll mention the perfume that I'm obsessed with at the moment. It is Lady Gaga's Fame. And it is beautiful. It smells magnificent, and I'm always going on about this at the moment. I just love it. I have to smell it now. It's such a liberating smell. I love this perfume. It's sweet, but it's not like a Britney Spears perfume sweet. It's like a I'm a sexy woman, but not like the Katy Perry perfume. Not like the I'm a sexy independent Katy Perry's awesome perfume. It's like a sweet floral scent, but not florally like flowers. I don't know, I can't remember the ingredients off the top of my head. I love it so much, and if you've smelt it you'll know what I mean, but if you ever see it in the shops and you don't own it, just give it a whiff. That's English for give it a smell. I'll correct that, that's Northern for give it a smell. I don't think you'd catch them in London saying gives a whiff of that, because that'd be a little bit too common for them. Oosh! I am a Northerner, I'm allowed to make puns against the South. But we're all a family, and I love everybody. Just Manchester in my veins. Anyway, this has been my 4 makeup favourites. If you'd like to know more about the hair side of things, then let me know. I'm also looking to change my hair colour again. Don't know what to do about that. My hair always goes to pink, no matter what I do. Like, you know, I could dye my hair green, then it goes blonde, and then somehow it'll just end up pink. I'll have orange hair, red hair, all these colour hairs, and then it just always ends up pink when it's in the middle. I don't know what to do with my hair stage. It never just grows out back brown, because I don't have the patience for that. It just always comes back to pink. Anyways, bye! Leg's dead. Oh, did you hear that click? Ouch.